what are some of the baselines that you really help people with, Dr. Bob, in your Magnificent Seven, for people to get a handle on every day, so that longevity and performance is a daily method of operation, not when it's convenient, but it's a daily method of operation?
Well, first and foremost, I want to address the most powerful force in the history of the universe, that being love. And there's a great book that I'll pick off my shelf and reread it again and again by Og Mandino called The Greatest Salesman in the World. But he talks about the power of love, and it has this long dissertation on it. But one of the final lines is, and most of all, I will love myself, for when I do, I will zealously inspect all things that I allow to enter my mind, my heart, my soul, and my body. And now let's apply those to the Magnificent Seven. And by the way, I love sevens. You've got to eat right, drink right, think right, move right, sleep right, poop right, talk right every single day. And here's the deal. You know what? I've done full day, 8-hour seminars on each of these topics, even beyond that. I know that's not what you're looking for, but let's go with eat right. Top quote: if God made it, it's okay. If man made it, stay away. Let's go with drink right. You know what? Your water, or whatever you're putting in terms of liquid in your body, can either move you to magnificent health or very much in the opposite direction if it's too much soft drinks and alcohol and stuff like that. But we, the three of us, all know the value of turbocharged coffee and tea, reishi infused. The world drinks it, top superfood on the planet. We hydrate, we nourish, we alkalize, we modulate the inflammatory process. We do so many things. We help our elimination, moving things in the right direction. When I go to think right, think about that for just a moment. And I'll go to another sage of wisdom, Bob Proctor. He basically was exposed to the book Think and Grow Rich when his life had been nothing but a failure. And he started applying the principles. And within a matter of just a few years, he became a millionaire. And we're talking about the 1960s, when $1 million was a very significant amount of money. And he came to realize we create our reality. We create our destiny, maybe as Tony Robbins would say, right, with the decisions that we make. And we want to think right and think critically and think creatively and think collaboratively in a way where we're going to make decisions that move our body and our world in the right direction. Move right, life is motion. Einstein said it best: nothing happens until something moves. And nothing could be more true than that. Well, how about this? If life is motion and that starts the whole process, how about move better, live better? And you two are some of the best living examples that I've ever seen of that. Sleep right. You know what? People don't pay enough attention to that. And I love having listened to a podcast with Tony Robbins, maybe within the last year, where he says, you know what? I didn't give this enough due. This is so important. Now, he's also superhuman, but there's not many people like him. And Anders Ericsson wrote the book Peak, the best of the best in any field, slept 8.6 hours a night. And here's the deal. When you're sleeping, your body is recovering, it's rejuvenating, it's repairing, your brain is detoxifying. And if you're not getting enough sleep, all those processes go very, very limited. When it comes to poop right, that's just one syllable and it flows off my tongue nicely for eliminate right, detoxify right. And let's just share an interesting parallel. We all heard you are what you eat. Well, that's certainly true. You are what you absorb. That's more true. You are what you don't eliminate. That's most true. And when we look at what most people are not eliminating, whether we're talking about whether it's negative food, waste from that food, negative thoughts, negative inputs, they're going to have a negative existence. So we want to detoxify everything, not just our body, but our environment, our social circle. And then finally, talk right. The communication, every cell in our body is potentially in a communication with every other cell at every other moment. And here's a sad reality. The documented first loss in the progression of cancer is a loss of cell-to-cell communication. And I promise you, no one wants that for themselves or their loved ones. So we want everything we do communicating a commission of love and empowerment. And then we want ourselves talking to each other in a loving way, and then talking to the tissues and the organs and the systems and the being and everybody in the universe in a way that loves and expands.